Everybody, so in this video I'm just going to show you how to jazz your forms up a bit. If we take a look at our live site here, we have this form on. Now, some people are using Lead Simplify, so they want to know how to put Lead Simplify forms on. So basically, that's what I'm going to show you how to do today, how to put a Lead Simplify form on and to make it look decent. So obviously, first off, what we need to do is go into edit. Come down here and we need to go into the HTML by clicking the three dots and then clicking on the source code there. This takes us to our HTML. As I showed you before, to get that two-column effect, we need to use the div class row and the div class and then the column md-8. That just tells you that this is a column which is 8 column. This is a gap which is 8 columns wide. And then where the form is a gap which is 4. Because Bootstrap, which is the CSS what we're using, or the framework what we're using, it basically splits your screen into 12 different columns. So that's all these are doing here. It's just columns 8 wide, columns are 4 wide. We've already got this code here, which is the iframe for my lead smart form. But what we want to do is put in our iframe for lead simplify. So we don't use the height adjustment one, we use the basic iframe one. You just copy that and come across and paste it in. Now, what you will want to do as well is to actually give it a height. It already says width 100%. Now, you'll have to work this out with the size of your form, because if I just leave it like that and do save, it shows it there, but as you can see, it's got a scroll bar on that bit there, which is not good. So what we need to do is go back in here, go back to edit that, and then we need to do put in here. All we do is put in height, colon, and then at first you're gonna have to try and guess what the height is. That's probably about 100 pixels. See what happens with that. Do 100 pixels, semicolon at the end to close it off. Do save. No, obviously it wasn't 100 pixels. Let's go back in. Let's try, oops, I want do 500. Okay, and 500 has got it. Okay, because we've got the two buttons on the bottom and we've got that. However, scroll this up a bit so you can see. However, this has got another level. So if I go into here, just put it in and then go next, that still fits because my form's going all the way down to there. Now that looks okay if you got like black and white, but if you want to make it a little bit more jazzy, you know, put a border behind it or something like that, then you can do. And the way you do that, let's go back into the editor. In fact, let's have a look at this one first. Let's save this. Publish. And then go to your live site. No, it obviously hasn't picked up yet. I'll just have a look at the preview. As you can see, we've got it there. And next. And it still looks okay there. It's a bit bland and a bit boring. And we need some like information on the top. Let's go in and edit again. Scroll down into the code. Where's it at? It's here. So we put something like H2 contact us today. Now that might be better centered. So we can do that. We can put in here like that. We save that now. Down. We've got that there. Obviously, we can change the size of that to H2, H3, H4, whichever one we want. We've got that in, which looks okay. So then if we go back into here, so now what we want to do is say we want to put a background color on. Like I said, this works off Bootstrap. So all you need to do is go to Bootstrap. As you can see, I'm always doing it because I try not to remember anything. These days I don't need to. But you just put in there Bootstrap and do border. Not border. Background color. So you want to be on version 5. So it comes into there and it tells you there what the background color needs to be. So you've got all these different colors on there, and you can obviously change them as well by just selecting background color is and set your own colors in. So it tells you there what the variables are for the different colors, and you've got all sorts of grays and all sorts of colors like that. So say we want to put a light gray on. Oh, that's gradient. Don't want a gradient. So this one here, we'd put background light. So if we just put the background light in, like the BG light, what will happen then? We put in there. If we just put background light in there, what will happen? Comes out, and that's way too high, but we can sort that out in a minute. But we've got no padding or anything like that, so it looks a bit on to the edge a bit. So what we can do, if we go back in, as you saw on here, it has them at the start of it. And P is basically padding. So that's inside of the actual area. And then you've got a margin at the bottom, which is what the MB stands for. And if you put MT, it will be margin at the top. And ML, left, MR, right. You go padding 3 and then MB2. So if we put them in, I mean, that's got a huge margin at the bottom be due to this. So if I put this as, let's say, 300, might drop it down enough. So if we do P-3, and then we do MB4. Save that. As you can see now, we've got this bit of gap at the top and at the bottom. We've got that nice bit there. Like I say, that's also with the size of the form what we've done. But if we do this again, will this work? See, now that's gone off with me changing the size of it. So let's reduce that. So let's create that 350. That's it. It fits in perfectly with that. And we've got this little bit of padding at the bottom. So that just makes it look that bit nicer. So that's basically how you do a form and make it look nice on your site. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then make sure to subscribe because I have a lot more videos that I want to make and stuff like that. If the video was useful, then feel free to leave a comment, let us know what was useful. If you've got any other videos that you'd like us to make, then leave a comment. That helps the channel, plus it lets me know you enjoyed it. So therefore, I'm going to make more videos for you guys. Catch you on the next video, guys. Bye.